Salam everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Islamic Defense Podcast. I originally did not want to make a response to Socrates' son or Soggy son, however I felt like I needed to make a clarification. Also I was bored, so I figured why not. So after I made my initial last video on him, in order to take a cheap shot he made another 30-minute garbage video. So I decided to continue with the response, because sometimes you need to troll the troll. So let's see what this idiot have to say in the end.
Guys, look at the definition of sophistry. Look what this guy did.
So yeah, when I say the word logic throughout this video, I mean sound philosophical argument. So in philosophy there are two types of argument, valid argument and then there's the sound argument. Valid arguments are when you have arguments that logically follows. Sound arguments are arguments that both logically follows and has to have two premises.
So Islamic defense like us to believe that when he initially responded to royal institution theories in everyday sense of the word, he meant theories based on logic. That means theories based on sound arguments. That means theories based on arguments with true premises. Okay, so you admit you did a straw man. The royal institution, by theories in everyday sense of the word, didn't meant theories based on true premises. Isn't that right?
Now I know that Socrates' son thinks he has psychic abilities, and he thinks he can read people's mind, but how the hell did he know that when royal institution says that theories in everyday sense of the word, they mean theories that are not based on sound argument? I never heard them say this in the video. So Soggy, did you read their mind and came to this conclusion? So he accuses me of strawmanning royal institution, then claims something the royal institution never said. Royal institution in their video brings up the example of different type of weak conspiracy theories. However, we all know that even conspiracy theories can be based on sound argument and can end up being true. For example, for a long time there was a conspiracy theory that UFOs are real and the United States government knows about them. They said this based on the testimonies of people and leaked government videos and documents. People and the United States government constantly denied this. Then in a recent interview, Barack Obama himself admitted that yes, UFOs do exist and the government has known about them for a while.
But what is true, and I'm actually being serious here, is that there's footage and records of objects in the skies that we don't know exactly what they are. We can't explain how they moved, their trajectory. They did not have an easily explainable pattern.
So here we see clearly that even conspiracy theories can be based on sound argument and evidence, and they cannot always be ignored, especially if they have strong evidence and a sound argument backing them. This is why I figured when they say theories they mean all kinds of theories. Doesn't matter if they are based on a sound argument or not. They were trying to make it seem that only scientific theories can be trusted. I showed that no, even scientific theories can be wrong. So here Soggy is committing the burden of proof fallacy. There is no evidence to suggest that when royal institution says theories they mean only theories based on bad arguments. Now if this is what they meant, then they should have clarified it. If tomorrow they make a clarification and says that when they says theories in everyday sense of the word, they mean theories that are based on bad arguments, then I will happily take my videos down that I made refuting them. However, they never clarified this.
After I demonstrated that a scientific theory is more reliable than any other theory based on logic, he then says, with logic I meant sound argument, and with a sound argument I meant an argument based on true premises. Unless your argument is a mathematical equation, how we reach to true premises? Investigating reality. And what is the most rigorous method to investigate reality? Science.
This is what I mean when I say this guy keeps repeating himself like a broken record, even after he has been refuted. I already explained in my video that when I say science I mean the definition of royal institution, which means a type of theory that is falsifiable, makes prediction and is usually peer-reviewed by other scientists. Just because something has an investigative method doesn't mean it's a scientific theory. That's simple logic.
In the video I was responding, you didn't include your eccentric definition, so I'm not obliged to guess how you will define things in the future.
That's because you were strawmanning me. You were putting words in my mouth, which is why I had to clarify what I mean. You claimed that I'm saying scientific theories and crackpot theories are the same, when I have never said this. If you are not sure what I mean, you should ask what I actually mean. Instead you made a video without reaching out to me, and made a fool of yourself. In my initial video I didn't bring this up because it wasn't necessary. Everyone knows scientific theories can be wrong just like any other logical theories. This is what I showed. Why would I defend crackpot theories? I never once mentioned them. Also, everyday use of the word theory can mean theories based on sound argument. The guy who made the video in Royal Institution, Jamal Khalili, is both a scientist and a philosopher, so he should have known this. However, that being said, you are right, I should have made my position more clear, which is why I made a clarification in my response. However, you still strawmanned me even after that. So you have no excuse. Again, if you wanna see how he did this, watch my 3 videos I made in response to him.
I didn't respond, I misrepresented him. I explained why I didn't misrepresented you. Why you don't put... My friend, I made graphs. I made graphs. Why I didn't misrepresented you.
Wow, what a logic. This guy thinks if you make a graph or some kind of premise conclusion argument, then it's impossible for you to misrepresent someone. Here, let me make a graph of Socrates' son. That would mean I can never misrepresent him. There, now that I made a graph of him, that means I can now never misrepresent him. You misrepresenting someone has nothing to do with you making graphs, you idiot. Misrepresenting simply means you are twisting what I'm saying and turning it into something I did not say. It has nothing to do with you making graphs or whatever. Especially if your graphs themselves misrepresent what I said.
Look how he names his video. Royal Institution Exposed. Let me repeat that. Royal Institution Exposed.
Again, I already clarified this. When I say exposed, I mean this person or institute is using bad or weak arguments. I'm exposing their weak argument, that's what the title means. Like I said, he keeps repeating the same thing like a parrot, even after I made it clear.
Let's see the definition of a scientific theory. A scientific theory is an explanation of an aspect of the natural world and universe that can be repeatedly tested and verified in accordance with the scientific method, using accepted protocols of observation, measurement, and evaluation of results. Where possible, theories are tested under controlled conditions in an experiment.
Again, this is not the definition of a scientific theory. Like I said again, when I say scientific theory, I mean something that can make prediction. It's the definition used by Royal Institution, that's what I'm referring to.
The Royal Institution's exclusive point was to counter the silly assumption of young Earth creationists claiming that because the theory of evolution includes the word theory, evolution is just a hunch, not well established.
This is a strawman. Royal Institution never said anything about any of this or creationism. They talked about conspiracy theories, not young Earth creationism.
Islamic defense just said that because scientists in history drove wrong conclusions from scientific evidence, that means that a scientific theory now became just like the everyday use of the word theory. No, still the definition of a scientific theory is this. A scientific theory is an explanation of an aspect of the natural world and universe that can be repeatedly tested and verified in accordance with the scientific method, using accepted protocols of observation, measurement, and evaluation of results. Where possible, theories are tested under controlled conditions in an experiment. And still, the common use of the word theory in everyday life is not this. Still.
Again, another strawman. No one is saying scientific theories and other theories have the same definitions. Yes, they have different definitions, I agree. I'm not disagreeing with Royal Institution on this point. However, this is not all what Royal Institution said. They also said scientific theories are more reliable than other theories.
In everyday conversation, we can dismiss someone's idea about something by saying it's just a theory. But we can't dismiss the theories of Darwin and Einstein and other great scientists in the same way.
Here they clear-cut says you can dismiss someone's idea about something by saying it's just a theory, but you can't do that. Not if it's based on a sound argument. Same way you can dismiss scientific theories based on bad arguments. For example, the theory of multiverse is not something the scientists take seriously because it's mostly based on bad arguments. This is what I take issues with, because this is not true, especially when we know scientific theories can give false conclusion. Same way even conspiracy theories, if they are based on sound argument, can give you true conclusion. So you cannot say one is better than the other. What you can say is that as long as the argument is sound, they are reliable. It doesn't matter what kind of theory it is.
Now guys, let's continue watching this guy's speech, knowing that he knows.
Let me show you guys exactly what I mean. Okay, so he brings his first argument And this is what he's saying. Premise 1. You gave a single argument, quote, science doesn't deal with absolute truth, quote, unquote. I said nothing, absolutely nothing about science dealing with absolute truth. Absolutely nothing, nada. He cannot show a single instance where I said that. As a matter of fact, he even admits this in the video. Did I ever say that Royal Institution said that science is an absolute fact?
No, you didn't say that with the exact words.
He said that you didn't say it, but you implied it.
Let's go again. Okay, because that is not difficult, my friend. That's a simple logical deductions.
No, that's not simple deduction, you deceptive con man. This is you putting words in my mouth. I even showed evidence that he himself admits I never said this in my video. Either way, let's see how logical his deduction is.
And try to focus, my friend. Okay, focus now. You said Royal Institution exposed. And you gave a single argument in this video. You said that because science has been proven that it was wrong, that means the Royal Institution exposed. What that means if science is proven to be wrong sometimes? That science doesn't deal with absolutes. I already said that 2 times. There isn't any other conclusion, my friend. That's a simple logical deduction.
Okay, so here he is committing the non sequitur fallacy. His conclusion does not follow from the premises. Just because science can be wrong sometimes doesn't mean that it doesn't deal with absolute. It just means in many cases it doesn't deal with absolutes, but sometimes it might deal with absolutes, because we know many scientific conclusions are true. Also, this shows that we can never know for certain when science deals with absolute truth, and when it doesn't. It just means there is no certainty in science. This is why Royal Institution is wrong. Because they are saying science is more reliable than other logical theories when it's not. It's just as uncertain as any other logical theories. That's my point. So as you can see, I did not misrepresent Royal Institution. They clearly said scientific theory is more reliable than other logical theories, which is not true. Unless they clarify and say this is not what they mean, I stand correct. Also, Soggy's son failed to refute my argument even after 9 videos. Good luck next time.